This conference will now be recorded.
Let's start today's session. So in the last session of REST API, we were discuss about CRUD operations using class-based view. We will discuss. Now you can see this is about class-based view, and inside the class-based view, we have created a methods called get method for getting the records, uh, post method for sending the data to the database or model, and put method for updating the record, and delete method for deleting the record. So this is about CRUD operations using class-based views. And also we will discuss about in serializer.py validations also, DRF validations also we will discuss. And now today I'm going to discuss about model serializer class. So what is the advantage of model serializer class? I will tell you here. But look at this once. This is a normal serializer class here. So this is the normal serializer. How do you know that? Simple. So the serializer class is inherited from serializer start serializer, but instead of here serializer, I'm going to use model serializer. Got my point? So what is the main advantage of model serializer means? Whenever we use model serializer class, no need to include these all fields which we have models already. Now once you can observe this model is having model fields name, address, mail, age like this. But all fields again I have included in serializer class or not? Yes. Repeatedly I included this model serializer fields. And also note this point, when we use normal serializer, we need to use create method for posting the record, update method for putting the record means modifying the record. So update method, create method is compulsory required. Manually we have to write it. When we use this is normal serializer class. So normal serializer class is this one only. But when we use model serializer class, no need to use any create method, no need to use update method. Even validations also not required. Okay, we have created validations. So model serializer class will provide automatic serialized class with fields that are related to the model fields. Model serializer class is just a model based serializer class. It will generate automatically set of fields based on the model. It will generate validators also automatically, and it will provide default implementation of create and update method. So you need not to implement create and update method. It will generate automatically fields based on the model. So that is called model serializer class. Okay, I'm trying to show you one quick example of model serializer. So after that we'll go for built-in classes we will work. So now coming to this model serializer. To create model serializer example, I need to create an application. So to create an application, simply python space manage.py start app rest app 6 is the application name. So I'm including this REST app 6 into settings.py. Now REST app 6 I'm including here. So REST app 6 here. This is REST application 6. Close this, and next we'll go for REST app 6 model we have to create. So you know that how to create a model here. So same model I'm trying to create now. You can see this models, previous model. Now this is my model name step 6. Now here I'm trying to go for name, address, mail, email field, everything is there. This is model, sir. So let's make migrations and migrations. Python space manage.py, make migrations. An employee model is created, and Python space manage.py, migrate, we can do this. Migrated, done. So look at this, the database model is created successfully for this REST app 6 only. For REST app 6 model is created. Now you can see this is REST app 6 underscore employee. Right click on it and edit data. So once edit data, there is no records are available. Do you want to insert few records? You can insert few records like this. Employee name, sorry, it is auto generated. Now insert these records. So now we got this two records here. Model is created. Now coming to the serializer.py. So I'm trying to create a serializer.py file here. REST app 6. Go to new Python file. Give the name called serializer.py. In the serializer.py, what I'm trying to do, so model serializer I'm using, so that's what I'm using from REST framework import serializers. Okay, next from the application name is what, REST app 6 dot models, import what, employee model. Now I'm trying to create a employee serializer, emp serializer of serializers dot what serializer, I'm taking model serializer. Strictly remember, this is important. Now in previous application we use normal serializer, but here we are using model serializer. So advantage of model serializer is what, no need to include all models. Okay, just we have to use class meta. After that, here we are using model equals to what, actually what model, so employee model I'm applying, and fields equals to what, actually all. Fields equals to all, I can say that. Class meta model equals to employee, fields equals to underscore all. This is the case. Okay, yes. So this is about what, actually model serializer. So compare the this serializer class and previous example serializer class here. So in previous serializer class, what we have, so the model, how many fields are there, that many fields you have to include, and that to create method, update method also we have to write this code. So this code will be drastically reduced. So in this model serializer, only model I have assigned, fields I included, model name is there, that's it. No need to use any create method, update method, because model serializer will automatically generate create and update methods clearly, sir. There is no need to write. So this is about model serializer, and rest of the code is same. What is that? So view code is same logic. So in the rest of 5 view code is there, no, let's copy this view code, and same view code I'm including into rest app 6 also. View code is same, no changes at all. So that's what I'm going to copy and paste it, sir. That's it. So code is same, sir. Model name and everything is correct. Okay, this is class based view. Only the code is changed. What serializer, model serializer I'm using, and remaining all the CRUD operations we can perform as it is like this. And urls.py, I have to set this. Let's go for urls.py here. Copy from the urls.py from REST app 6 and REST app 5. I'm going to paste into REST app 6 only here. And we have to change small modification, REST app 6 and emp. Okay, student data, emp data as view only. That's it. So now if you want to go for test.py, then what we need to do here, test.py file also common, no? So we have included test.py file in the previous example. Test.py code also I'm copying this to test your API. So now test.py, and now coming to this test.py file I'm using in the REST app 6 only. Same code, sir. Just only the changes is model serializer included. Now we can see we are posting the record. Okay. Yes, EMP. What record we are posting the record? So this record I'm posting the record now. If you want to test your API, so whether it is working or not, simply you can go to application project level URLs. So we can include REST app. What is that? 5. And REST app 6 we have to include here in the URL section. Path here. So there is no name of the application. Include REST app 6 dot URLs. I'm taking URLs, comma I'm taking REST app 6 dot URLs. Now coming to this, close this, and in test.py views.py code is same. Only changes are what we did in serializers.py. Because this model serializer class, we have not include repeatedly the model fields, and also create update method is not there, but it will works are fine. But how to check means test.py, simply we can start the server here, manage.py, run server. After that, go to new window and move to your application REST app 6, and here we can run python space test.py, sir. That's it. So data is inserted into database model in the REST app employee. So let's refresh. The record is inside. Oh, it's not inserted. The problem is what actually? What's the problem? We'll see this. Previously also we got the same problem, no? So what was the problem? Rectification. Hmm. We'll check that what is the problem in the local window. So we noticed the previously also, but we data inserted, but it's not affecting. Array. We'll check this post record.
Sir, import, check the application.
Tell me.
We are using right now REST 6, but we didn't import properly. Sir. Configuration level in the viewport.
Where?
Please check the configuration level. Viewport. In the
Where? Can you
view
speak
section,
loud
sir.
again?
Uh, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
There you mentioned from REST 5 serialized report.
Acha. Exactly. We are copy and pasting, no? That's what it's my problem.
Um, REST
Good.
5 also need to change model.
Correct. Serializer name also need to be changed. Done. Now we can go to this, and here
Sir,
we can
model
test.
also we have to change, sir. Model also.
Model already
No,
we.
here not here, sir. In the views only. Views if while importing, we have to change that model also while importing that.
Here. So we copy paste. That's what you have to take care everything. So whether it is affected or not. So now coming to this data inserted into database model, and you can see this now it is inserted. Many times I inserted. That's what 2 times is inserted. It's not a problem. So it's working fine. Now we are trying to read the data. So to get all records, we use this method get record, and we are going to be comment post record. Let's try to use this. Now you can see here, I'm trying to run this. We got the records clearly here. Do you want to delete any record? You can able to delete the record also. It's not a problem. Now coming to this, delete the record. So update also possible. You can try from your side. It's not a problem. So I'm going to delete one of the record here, ID number 2. So let's try to delete. So record is deleted and it's deleted. This is the CRUD operation, same. There is no changes from previous application. Only changes from the previous application is, look at this model serializer. Did I use any create and update methods? Not required, because model serializer will take care of everything here. And this is last application which I am going to use test.py, sir. In this test.py, I have written code for testing the API, Yes. From next application onwards, I am not going to use test.py because I am going to use the API view class. The API view class will provide us to test the API in the browsable API window only. Yes. So that's what I'm using this class are now. Do you remember for the first application I used this program, that is API view. This I'm going to use now. Okay, because in the first application, I'll show you just quickly the application one which I created in the view section. I have used API view class or not? Yes, same thing I'm using this one, but we are doing CRUD operations more. So now onwards, we are going to test our API using browsable API only. So no need to write any test.py. So it is very simple, sir. So API view allow us to define functions that match standard HTTP methods like get, post, put, patch, etc. The main functionality of API view decorator is which takes a list of HTTP methods that your view should respond. API underscore view simplify the view logic. Yes, sir. API view will simplify the view logic completely, sir. So request data is there, response is there, headers also. What is the headers also there? I will tell you clearly. I'm showing one quick example by using API underscore view, using function based view as well as class based view. Both we can do that. The main logic is this is API view, sir. API underscore view decorator I'm using. This is what one of the concept which will allow us to test our API using browsable API window instead of normal testing only. So API underscore view is very important now. So we will go for API underscore view logic here. For this, we are trying to create what, sir? One more application. So let's try to create a new application here, sir. New application I'm creating. REST app 7. Now REST app 7, I'm including REST app 7 into this settings. So it's a regular processor, but small changes are there. REST app 7. Fine. REST app 7 is okay. Next, to close this settings.py, go to REST app 7. And now models I'm trying to create REST app 7. So I'm trying to create a model here. You can see this, what is the model is required. So otherwise I have a code with my documentation. I'll try to do one thing. I'll try to copy paste because it will save a lot of time. If I start writing, then again it will take a lot of time. Same logic code only. So that's what I'm trying to do this option. So I have a clear documentation. Let's open my REST API TRF complete material. Yeah. So we are working with this API user now. Yes, this is the model actually. So we are trying to create a model. Model name is trainer model. So model, let me create first. Make migrations and migrate. The model is created. Let's refresh the model. Refresh it and then rest app 7 underscore trainer model. Edit data. Now you can see we got this. Let me insert few records. These two are the trainers. Now it's okay. Model is created. Once model is created, what is there next in the sense? Normal procedures are this is model serializer common. So serializer class is common. Yes, let's include serializer.py. New Python file serializer, and this is what model I'm trying to create. REST app 7 dot model trainer model. So model serializer trainer, and you can include fields equals to list display or all also we can include, not a problem. After that you can see this view. This is our main logic in today lecture. API underscore view is there. So REST framework dot decorators import API underscore view. REST framework dot response import capital letter R response. It is REST framework response. And your application model trainer model, your application serializer trainer serializer. So let me include first this one and the head of views. Here I'm using REST app 7 dot serializer class dot trainer serializer. Okay, this is the case. Now coming to this, you can observe the code here. So the API view decorator allows us to include the methods like get, post, put, delete. This is going to be matched with your request method, all these things. So this is what I'm doing. Browsable API window only it will provide, sir. So we are not going to use any a testing mechanism here. So we are going to use this get, post, put, delete also. So these methods are going to be working with the decorator only API underscore view. Remaining code is same now, but this code is going to be simplification now. Why simplification means? You can observe this code. There is no JSON render, there is no JSON parser. Okay, that makes simplification the code somewhat. So let me copy paste and you will come to know that so clearly how it will work. I'm going to use this code. Just compare the code with previous applications, sir. Okay, previous application. So for CRUD operations, in this application 40 lines is there, and in the previous application REST app 6 for same CRUD operations view section, you can see how many lines of code we have included. 72 lines of code is there. Just imagine that how much code is going to be reduced. So just because of what? API underscore view only. Why this is? The reason is here no JSON render, no JSON body, no bytes, no JSON parser. So we have cut this complete code because of we have introduced what's our API underscore view decorator. So this is the main logic. REST framework dot decorators import API underscore view. REST framework dot response import response. REST app 7 dot model trainer model is the trainer serializer. Here API underscore view decorator through get, post, put, delete. all the things we have included here. And trainer underscore API is there, request. If request dot method equal to get, then id equal to request dot data dot get id. If id is not none, we are creating trainer object, serializer model object, we are returning response serializer dot data. Do you have any JSON render, JSON parser? No. That's what code is reduced. Method equal to post, same. Put method, delete method, everything is same, sir. So we are reducing the code from 72 lines into 40 lines. Same CRUD operations we can perform just because of we have included API underscore view decorator. In this API underscore view decorator, we have included get post put method. No, this API underscore view decorator will arrange internally the JSON render, JSON parser, everything manual internally automatically. Then we have to set the URL pattern. URL patterns is common now. URL pattern means like this. Let's go to URLs, REST app 6, copy this and paste into REST app 7. So we have to use test.py for this last application, sir. So compulsory we have to use test.py only. Again, REST app 7. And now you can see the view URL name is what? Trainer API. It's not a function based view. It's a sorry, function based view only. Trainer API is the view name here. Okay, now I'm trying to take trainer is the name. So REST app 7 import views only here. This is our application. Finally, we need to write test.py code is common, sir. But in the test.py code is small changes are occur. So what are the changes are occurred? We can see JSON headers we have to include. Headers. What is headers? I'll tell you now. So this is the header, sir. Test.py. I'm trying to show you. Now you can see we have to delete data. We comment that first we try to post the data and we have to, yes, now you can see same code. Trainer view is the trainer URL name, but these two lines are changing now. Headers content type equal to application start JSON. And instead of passing like URLs equals to URL, headers equals to headers, also have to pass data equal to JSON. What is changes in test.py? You have to pass header section also. Why? Because this in the view section API view decorator don't know what type of application type header will come in the REST API. So that's what we are using in the test.py. Headers equals to content type application slash JSON. Here also headers equals to application type JSON, content type only. Only these changes are there and remaining thing will be same. REST app 7 URLs we have to include into finally here. REST app 6 hash and path I'm taking. So here I'm trying to include this, include REST app 7 dot URLs. Now close this. Now you can see we have two records right now in my database model, and I'm trying to include by using this tester.py, including this record also, name, address, mail, age. Let's try to run this. First local window, run server. After that go to REST app 2, local app 2. So we have to move to what we can say REST app 7 actually. We have to move to REST app 7. Then how to remove this? Let's go for, and here we are moving REST app 7. And here we need to run tester.py. Now data inserted, and let's check out that is inserted here. So we successfully insert the data by using this API view. Now, do you want to get the record all? You can uncomment this get record, and post record you can comment it. This is the last application, sir, which we are dealing with the test.py. From the next application, we don't use any test.py. Instead of test.py, we are using browsable API testing only. Means testing code we are not going to write manually here. On the REST API window only, we are going to test the API. Now we are reading all the records from database model. To get one record also, we use this get record. Sorry, only one record do you want. So now get record of one. We are getting one record. And do you want to update the record? Yes, we can do update the record by using this update record here. So first record I'm updating, that is Mohan only there, but let me try to update the first record. Name is Kiran. Now I'm trying to update the first record. Data is updated. You can see this updated or not. Yes, updated. That's all. And next, what I'm trying to do, deleting the record. So I'm doing deleting that record for testing. So let's try to delete this. So delete the record. ID number 3 I want to delete. So you can do this. Test.py ID number 3 got deleted. Yeah. So we have some server need to be restart here. Yes. After that we can run test.py. Oh, what is happening? Expecting value line number 1 at models.py JSON. And we'll see this. But deleted record actually. Yeah. Now I'm trying to delete ID number 2. But look at this test.py. Record is deleted. And in this record is deleted. It's deleted. So this is about CRUD operation using this API view. The code will be reduced still from the last application to this application. So this is the code reduction process. Look at this. For getting the data purpose, we use 10 to 18 lines, means 8 lines of code. But in the previous application, you can see this in the REST app 6, same view code you can observe. For getting the record purpose, what is how much code we have written? This much code we have written. Look at this. From 15 lines to 29, means almost 14 lines. 14 lines code will be reduced into 8 lines. What is the difference? Means this code is completely reduced here. This code, JSON, all these things. So instead of this, what we use? API view we use. So that's what code is completely reduced. Code is same, but JSON render, JSON parser, bytes, IO, stream object, there is no stream object. So this is about CRUD operations we can perform using REST API view. In the next class onwards, what you will see now, code is going to be reduced still more drastically changes, because we are going to use API view and mixin classes also. So once I start mixing classes, the code will be reduced a lot more. And from the next session onwards, what we will do, we are not going to write any test.py. We are going to use API view. You know, in the first application we have seen, the moment when I run this, the DRF API window is came. In that window only post method, put method, get method, patch buttons, everything buttons are there. There only we can able to test our API. No need to generate any additional test.py file. So far we did API testing with manually, because we use a test.py in every application like test.py. Manual testing we are doing. But now next examples onwards we will do automation testing. Means what? Automatically the once API application, once we run, the API browsable window will display the window. You can able to test your API over there only by posting, by getting, by deleting, everything is possible in that window only. So we need not to write any test.py from the next session onwards. In the next class, we'll introduce you API view. So REST framework provides an API view class with subclasses of Django view class. API view classes are different from regular view classes in the following ways. Requests passed to the handler methods will be REST framework's request instances, not Django's HTTP request instances. You will see this here API view, what is the importance and how it will work without writing any test cases, how it will provide test API, browsable API window. We'll see in the tomorrow session clear. Mostly in the next coming 10 days, I'm going to finish this REST API. Immediately, I'm going to start a Flask framework without delay. It's almost too much delay. So because of many holidays, so I don't want to take any gap. So in 10 classes might be I need to finish this REST API. Immediately we'll start with Flask. Flask is very simple. It takes minimum hardly 2 weeks. That's it. More than not that.